glad it's over with. I really am. My whole family is, my sisters, and I just want to thank everybody, the Arizona Prosecutor's Office, Trina Kay, and everyone else that was here and got us through it all. Our court advocates and the whole 9 yards. Today's a good day. We won.
Let's kind of go back over how we got here today. This trial started more than 2 weeks ago. The jury hearing 7 days of witness testimony, but they did not hear any defense witnesses or evidence. That's because Lori Vallow Daybell decided to rest her case officially yesterday without calling any witnesses.
I'll ask the clerk to read and record the verdict.
In the Superior Court of the State of Arizona in and for the County of Maricopa, State of Arizona versus Lori Daybell, CR 2021-001704-001, verdict count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action, upon our oaths, do find the defendant, Lori Daybell, as to the crime of count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, occurring on or about July 11, 2019, guilty. Signed, foreperson.
On the court's own motion, I'll go ahead and ask the clerk to poll the jury.
Juror number 1, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 13, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 15, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 16, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Daybell, an Arizona jury has just reached the verdict. It was just read in court. Of course, this is just the latest trial for Lori Daybell, the so-called doomsday mother convicted of murdering her 2 young children because they were possessed zombies. She's already serving a life sentence in that case. She was now accused and now convicted of conspiring with her brother to kill her 4th husband for insurance money. Again, the guilty verdict was just read in that Maricopa County courtroom.
But no matter what, she is always going to be going back to Idaho, where she's serving multiple life terms for the murders of her 2 children and for the wife of her 5th husband, conspiracy in the murder of the wife there. So even if she had been found not guilty, she would have spent the rest of her life in prison, would have gone back to Idaho. But this is now a guilty verdict of at least 25 years in Arizona, and now they will move it.
And you never saw them. You never heard from them. That had to be confusing when you guys got back in the jury room. Yeah?
Yeah. It was very confusing.
What did
it just felt like there was so much of the story that was missing.
Did she have any valid arguments, like anything that made you think maybe she's not guilty?
Do you want to answer? I can't think of any.
You know, honestly, up until yesterday, I would have said not guilty. But when the prosecutor, I don't know, what do they call that? When they say their
closing argument.
Yes, the closing argument. That's really, there's a few things she said in there, and then when I looked them up today, I was like, oh yeah, that's bad.
You were still on the fence yesterday.
I was yesterday. Yes.
Wow.
Give us a sense of what it was like to be in that jury room. Was there a point that someone was disagreeing, saying that maybe she is not guilty?
Yes.
Were you guys?
There's a couple.
And what was that like? Walk us through that.
It's just a matter of, adults working things out and going through all the evidence and figuring out, what we thought, what we were going to come to an agreement with. So
to learn now that everyone that was in that house that day, minus Daybell, is all not with us anymore, is dead or has been killed. I mean, what is that like to hear as jurors walking out?
Sad.
it is.
Like, I kept wanting to hear from Tylee.
I was going to ask, is anybody wondering why Tylee wasn't testifying?
Yes.
You were.
Did you ever ask the judge why aren't they here?
No. And the one witness that really got to me was hearing Kay. I was holding back my emotions.
All right, please be seated. Do you want to talk to your advisory councils briefly to discuss whether or not you want to proceed to sentencing or wait until after the next trial?
If we could just wait till after the next trial, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll hold off on ordering a pre-sentence report until we resolve the next remaining case. I've already set the dates and we have a status conference in mid-May on that, unless there's anything else from the state's perspective.
No, Your Honor.
From anything else from your perspective?
Nope.
All right, we'll be at recess on this matter.
Just listening there to the guilty verdict being read to Laurie Daybell, who again is already serving multiple life sentences. She has now been convicted of what prosecutors say was a ploy to kill her fourth husband to collect on his insurance policy.
Now, Charles Vallow's death back in 2019 was the first death that turned into a nationwide, really international story when two of Vallow Daybell's kids, JJ and Tylee, went missing later that year and were also found murdered. Meanwhile, Laurie's current husband, doomsday author Chad Daybell, who she was having an affair with when Charles was killed, his then wife Tammy was also killed. Now, you have to keep in mind, this jury presumably did not know about any of those other cases.
What did you think of her defending herself? Anything that went through the jury's head with that?
Well, for me personally, I thought, what does she have to lose? You know, it's guilty or not guilty. What does she have to lose? So,
were any of you folks aware that this woman had already been
I had never been heard. I have never heard of her.
Homicides.
Yeah, no,
and
I've
the
never heard
jurors
of her
did not
before.
know that.
No, I did not.
There's a lot of backstory here, and this woman had already been convicted of 3 homicides. And they obviously didn't want you folks to know that, and nobody knew that during your deliberations.
No.
Is that correct?
No.
Correct.
Well,
What was this experience like for you?
It was sad, as he said. For me, it was the text messages that did it, as far as evidence. And I feel like we uncovered some lies.
Knowing now that she was convicted of killing her 2 children in Idaho.
I haven't had a chance to Google everything. I'm sure as soon as we get on the shuttle.
I just saw the back of her head too. I couldn't see anything, and she didn't. A lot of times during court, she'd shake her head no when she didn't agree with something being said, or she would just shake her head no, and she didn't shake her head no. So I guess that means she really did do it.